I am looking for a volunteer to do a soul plan reading. So I've just finished day 1 of my 3-day soul plan practitioner certification class, where training people if they want to offer soul plan readings to their clients. Part of the session tomorrow is that they will deliver a reading, so I need to have an even number. So would you like to receive a soul plan reading? Now, just to give you a little flavour of what you can glean from the soul plan reading, some of the ways you use it on the course. So I'm teaching people how to professionally present the birth chart, how to actually prepare it, how to prepare the soul plan, how to analyse the soul plan. The soul plans can be really, really fascinating in getting a deeper sense of who you are, what drives you, why are you here in the world. Also very useful for looking at things like health implications, because there are particular what we call organs or gates that are associated with many of the 22 aspects of the soul plan. It can be really empowering with regards to the way that clients often describe it. I remember someone, a woman in her 50s at that time, saying, "Marilyn, thank you so much for explaining my whole life to me." So it can be really quite transformational. It can help sometimes explain what people have been going through. There are other times it might help validate their experience. There are times where it's like, oh my goodness, it all makes sense now by why someone might have been drawn to a particular thing or repelled by another. It might also be that it can help look at, okay, what might be feeding into presenting challenges in terms of financial issues, low self-worth, self-esteem, potential suicidal tendencies, repressed anger, a whole range of things. And it's also fantastic for looking at your talents, your gifts, your goals. So that might be, and oftentimes it will confirm abilities that people had that, number one, sometimes they just deny them and go, nah, I couldn't do that. And other times there was an inkling, and there are times where people are like, wow, I had no idea I had that skill, or the skill has been showing up and they've been kind of brushing it off as just, one of those things, coincidence, or, well, I'm sure everybody can do that. And oftentimes you'll see with your soul plan, you have some unique gifts and talents. So that might be looking at your creative abilities, your business acumen and skills, your unusual intelligence, leadership skills, teaching abilities, the ability to be a counselor, therapist, healer, your innate spirituality, healing potential, clairvoyant, clairaudient, psychic gifts, the ability to actually create something physical in this world. So we were looking at the 11-2 a couple of hours ago, and I was talking about Steve Jobs, for example. That is classic 11-2 energy, where you look at what's already present in the world and then you improve upon it and even create something markedly different. Because just think about it, before the iPhone, where you were tapping and swiping and pressing, you were clicking little buttons. So that's the sort of thing. So if you fancy a soul plan reading tomorrow, it's either going to be just after 2 p.m. till 3 p.m. or 3 p.m. till 4 p.m. depending on which way round we do it and who's reading first and who's, but we just need you for 1 hour, not both of the hours, just one, because you'll be the recipient of a soul plan reading. So if you would like to volunteer, what I will need, if you're the person who is accepted, I will need your full birth name, as in the name that appears on your birth certificate. Even if you don't use your full name, middle names, etc., even if you've been married and changed your name, whether you changed your name by depol or you call yourself Fifi Trixabel, still need the full birth name as it is on your birth certificate. From there, I will prepare the soul plan reports, and then I will tell you either you're turning up at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock. So ideally you've got a little window of time tomorrow. And that's it. I will also send you the link where we're going to do the soul plan reading. So you just pop into the room. All you need is to put your name and choose an avatar. There are, various cartoon avatars to choose from, or you can use your own picture. You don't have to have the camera on. That's entirely up to you. I'll leave it for you and the person that's reading for you. And actually their camera wasn't working properly today. So yes, I will I will lead that all to you. So if you would like to apply, if you're already on my e-newsletter list, I'm going to send it out to my e-newsletter list first. Then I'll just put a button in which just says reply. So you just click the reply button and it will land in my email inbox. Outside of that, if you happen to be reading this on social media, then drop me an email. That would be the easiest thing to do. Or if I'm looking at this if you're on Facebook, for example, then you might just put a yes in the comments, or you can send me a DM. And if you have missed the boat, or not chosen, but you want to know more about the soul plans, then the URL is on the screen. I'll say it and I'll spell it. It's www.transformationstm.com/soul plan. And that's www.trance, F for Freddy, so FORMATIONS, so transformationstm.com/soul plan, SOULPLAN, and soul plan, I've written that as all one word. Cool. So if you would like to join tomorrow, just in case you're watching this and going, I'm going to volunteer, tomorrow in real time is Saturday the 14th of October 2023. So if you just got all excited and then realize you're watching this a month from now, a year from now, 10 years from now, sorry, this is a real time thing. But yes, if you're free for an hour, sometime between 3 p.m. and 4 p.m, Saturday the 14th of October, please let me know if you'd like to take part. I will send the name. And the reason I'm not going to choose, I'm going to send the name to the person who's reading for you, is I would like them to choose the name that resonates with them and vibes with them, because they're going to be sitting doing the reading, not me. And they probably won't know who you are. They're just going to see first name, last name in this instance. And then if you're chosen, I will then email you back. I'll send you the link where to show up, and I will ask you for your full birth name. Cool. Hope that's all super duper clear. If you're watching this well after the fact and you want further information about what I'm up to, easiest way is to go to my website, transformationstm.com. There'll be a red What's New button, usually top right of the site. Click that, a panel will slide out, and then you'll see further information about what I'm up to, what's coming up, etc., etc. And better still, if you're not on the e-newsletter list, because you get first dibs at most things, and you get, like it's my 23-year anniversary this month, so before I launch the 23% discount to the public, my e-newsletter list get 33% off whatever it is I'm offering. Oh, and by the way, let me show you what the soul plan looks like. So this is a demo soul plan for someone called John J. And there might be, I'm sure there's a John James Smith in the world somewhere. But what you'll do is you'll get a copy of the soul plan where it will show you the soul plan chart. And then you'll get a bit of background about what the soul plan is. And then you get a little write-up about the worldly challenges, worldly talents, your worldly goals, and these little numbers and the little squiggles and the shapes are what your soul plan reader will explain to you during the session tomorrow. You'll also look at the spiritual challenges, spiritual talents, spiritual goals. It just so happens that John has all three, and that is possible. Someone doing the course has got the 6/6 energy 3 times, for example. And then it will look at your soul destiny, and it will give you the soul purpose summary. So all of that is there. So you'll receive a report that looks very much like this one. What I'll do is actually, if you're interested, I'll add also the link to the Whitney Houston soul plan, so you can see a more fleshed out version, and there's a radio interview if you don't know very much about the soul plans. So yes, that's the soul plan you will receive with your name, of course, rather than a fictitious demo name. And you will receive that by email. Then you show up at the allocated time to receive your soul plan reading. And of course, once the reading is over, it will be absolutely wonderful if you give the person who's been reading for you some feedback as well, because it's a course, so it'll be wonderful for them to have feedback. Right, I shall leave it there. If you'd like to volunteer, go for it. As Mike Reed used to say, run around now. And yeah, I'm sure our reader will look forward to working with one of you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. And if this isn't for you, but you know someone who might be interested in volunteering, please feel free to share this. It'd be nice to have some names for them to choose from. That would be amazing. Catch you all later. Marilyn Devonish, the NeuroSuccess coach from transformationstm.com. Over and out.